Queen wide. Go!
We met at the age of 17 when we were both still at school. We had 5 boys, and I think Jonathan would have been happy if we had 10 boys, because he always wanted to have a rugby team. So we lived in this house, it had a big garden, and always, every night, they played on the garden, playing rugby.
You know, right up to before he died, he was playing every week. It sounds pretty crazy that a 53 or 52-year-old man was playing with, you know, a bunch of guys in their 20s. But you know, that was week in, week out, and we loved it.
There was never. It wasn't like we needed to have an option. We didn't even think about any other option. It was always every Saturday and Sunday for that matter is sports. Time to play sports, and it was rugby for us.
Every time we go to the rugby club, I'm proud to be there, because you know that's what Dad was part of. It feels like a second home. Here we are at Taunton Rugby Club. This was a club founded by my father 25 years ago, and where me and my brothers grew up playing rugby. There's now 12 teams here in every age group, and 2 senior teams. The club here where we are now has 2 pitches, and is really where we spend a lot of our weekends playing rugby. It was always my father's dream while he was alive to get all 5 of us playing together. Actually, his dream was to play with us too, and unfortunately that's not possible. I guess for us as 5 rugby players, the dream is always obviously to follow that dream that my dad wanted, but also to play for the national side. Every sportsman wants to play for his country.
1, 2, 3, tush.
When me and my brothers first found out about playing for Slovenia, it was an immense shock. I mean, we have got a lot of friends who play for the Cypriot team, but when it comes so close to your own doorstep, you take it for granted, and there was a short amount of time where we didn't actually believe it was possible. We were hopeful, but we were never sure. And then we started getting in contact with Ivan, who basically manages the Slovenian team, and through that we got in communication with the head coach, and then bit by bit we started getting more and more attached to the Slovenian international side.
It was around February, and it was big news. I mean, our father had always wanted us to play together as a team, and I guess it had always been one of his dreams for us to do that. And to have the opportunity to play for a national team was even bigger and greater, I suppose. There's a lot of opportunity there, and we all jumped at the chance.
If England did come, I wouldn't be able to play with them, so I think playing for Slovenia with my 4 brothers is one thing that I'm really happy to do, and even if it means missing out on England, Slovenia is my home country and is what I want to do.
really exciting that you know, we all got selected, the 5 of us, and now it's time to go out there and do it. You know, it's been a long time working up to this. With Max has been speaking to the Slovenian Federation. We had to send in our passports and birth certificates. So finally, after all this administration, now we can go out and do what we wanted to, which is obviously play rugby for Slovenia.
Attack! Attack! Drift!
I can't wait to go over and play for Slovenia for the first time. We've dreamt about this as brothers for so many years, and I can't wait.
Set! 1, 2, 3, 4! Ready! 1, 2, 3, 4!
We've also been told that if all 5 of us play at the same time, this will be a Guinness World Record, and I'm sure if my dad was still here, he'd be incredibly proud that we're doing that, you know, and it's an honour to do it for Slovenia. It's an honour to do it for my family, my father and my granddad.
Yeah, and we need to brush up on our national anthem because we're all a little bit rusty, aren't we? So yeah, we need to maybe have a few lessons from some of our Slovenian teammates. We know Nezdravi. That's about all we've got, right? Levo, desno. That's about. We need to work on it, don't we?
So being here in Slovenia reminds me a lot about Grandad, who grew up in St. Eel, was conscripted by the Nazis, and then ended up in Italy before coming to England. Then when my dad was born, as we all know, it was very important for him to tell us about our Slovenian heritage and our roots. So being back here now really reminds me of him, and if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here. And we get the chance to complete the circle.
Unfortunately, it was a month after Jonathan passed away that Violet was born, and he was very excited at the prospect of having a daughter because we knew for the first time the sex of the baby and this was going to be a girl, and he was very excited, but it was tragic because he never got to see her. But the boys embrace her, and she has an amazing network of 5 big brothers. I really hope she doesn't play rugby because I don't think it's a feminine sport, but she is able to carry a rugby ball, she's able to run with a rugby ball. So I think somewhere her father is looking on and saying, well, maybe she will play rugby, who knows.